Fionna and Cake has been a show that has put representation as one of its many attributes, not by making characters personify their sexualities, but by making them naturally queer. We have Marceline and Princess Bubblegum and their male counterparts Marshall Lee and Gary, and we even have some teasing for the Prismo and Scarab shift. It shouldn't come as a surprise that one more queer character has been added to the fruit salad that is the cast, and that's Hunter, the gender-bent counterpart of Hunter's wizard. Welcome ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary folks, my name is Jugen, and today I'm going to talk about the good trans representation in Fionna and Cake. This week is Trans Awareness Week, which means that I'm going to do everything in my power to make you trans folks feel welcome in this channel, which is why I decided to talk about Hunter. Fionna and Cake started as a simple series about the gender-bent characters of Adventure Time, but soon shifted into becoming one of the best animated series of, I dare say, the 21st century, at least in my humble opinion. The animation is very beautiful and the character design is definitely a nice bonus, but the message and dialogue are the cherry on the top. Even though not a lot of people are fans of this type of style, for me it brings a lot of memories and nostalgia. I grew up watching Steven Universe and Adventure Time, so of course I like that particular art style. Recently, the voice actor of Hunter confirmed that the character he plays is a transgender male. We see some little interaction between him and Fionna, and it's visible that he has top surgery scars. Now, like the voice actor said, having boobs or not having boobs doesn't make you less trans at all. Being trans is a fluid experience, and having specific body parts shouldn't make you feel restrained about your identity. You are you, and only you know you. So, as messy as that sounds, that's how you should express yourself. Be you a trans person or whatever you choose to identify with, you should be capable of making that decision for yourself. Don't let your body decide who you are. This news about Hunter being trans actually made me wonder if maybe Hunter's wizard from the original world is more complex than we imagine, maybe even gender fluid, even though nothing has been confirmed during the panels where we are presented to Hunter's wizard backstory. We noticed that her original form is very androgynous, so maybe from the original world she decided which gender to stick with and ended up deciding she preferred a more female identity. I saw in a comment somewhere that plants tend to be androgynous. They don't have a defined gender because their type of reproduction is actually asexual. I know this is kind of like a nerd sort of topic, but stick with me for a bit. What I'm trying to say with this is that if Hunter is some sort of plant, then it will make sense for Huntress and for Hunter as both characters do not have a specific gender to stick with. I truly believe that Hunter's wizard is more female presenting and Hunter is more male presenting, and that should be separated. But however, I do feel like Hunter's wizard gender in the original world is a little bit more complex than we previously thought about. However that impacts the plot, I'm really happy to see the series adding more diversity, not just in orientations, but also in Hunter's heritage. Hunter from Fionna and Cake's universe, not Hunter's wizard. I'm meaning like Hunter. From the show dialogue, we can hear him using a lot of Spanish words, confirming my suspicion that he's from the Latino community. I'm not particularly sure from which Latino ethnic group he is from. I could say that he's Puerto Rican because his voice actor is Puerto Rican, but I'm not precisely sure if that's the type of thing that the show wants him to have, or if they are just going to leave it as something vague. But as a Mexican, I feel very seen with all of these incorporations to his character. Also, the fact that Fionna will probably start a relationship with him is just fishy. It makes me feel hopeful about the future of trans representation in diversity. I have been at odds with seeing trans reps, since sometimes it's something vague like Gwen from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, but for some reason people seem to be so against even seeing a single character they like as trans, which is heartbreaking. But I sure hope that doesn't stop the showrunners into adding more characters who are not precisely cisgender. And that was all. I know this video was very short, but I really wanted to post something for Trans Awareness Week. If you have any thoughts, theories, or just any sort of message about Fionna and Cake, feel free to write them below in the comment section. That will be all. Goodbye, folks.